be joining us. Same with also Terrell Davis, Deion Sanders making his way to the stadium. We're going to go 6 wide in the Hall of Famers only chat later on in this edition of NFL Game Day.
What do you have a network do that? Anybody?
No,
Okay,
I don't think so. I don't think so. Asked and answered. At any rate, speaking of asked and answered, the commissioner held his State of the State press conference on Wednesday of this week. And there was some interesting back and forth between him and the media about the Patriots and whether he is considering himself, as the Patriots fans, many of them do in New England, as an enemy of the state.
We applied a process and discipline, and we came to a conclusion that was supported by the facts and by the courts. So from our standpoint, we understand when fans who are loyal and passionate for a team object and don't. This is just about making sure we take care of business and do it the way that is right to uphold the integrity of our teams and our rules for all 32 teams. I'm invited back to Foxborough. I'll come.
Commissioner had to say.
You want anything to eat? This is a Super Bowl?
Atlanta beat Seattle and Atlanta close out.
You gonna watch it?
With the win to
Can I come in here and watch
access
it?
to this Super Bowl over the Packers.
You gonna be in bed anyway.
Joining this conversation
You want something to eat?
as well. Willie, you know this. Patriots usually don't need any extra motivation, but do you think this one serves?
Huh?
Rich, I would say, first of all, if you got to motivate somebody to play in this game today, they shouldn't be in the locker room in the uniform. But specifically the Patriots, what they've been doing over the season, of course, Tom Brady with the NFL, rocking the suspensions, him going through specific things in his personal life. When you talk about family, that seems to be something players go out and it takes them to a different level. We saw that with Brett Favre. We saw a lot of players throughout big-time games play in certain situations, but this team does the best job at finding all the different motivational tools, which regardless if it's Brady, if it's Edelman, if it's the offensive line, talking about they can't stop a pass rush, regardless of what it is, and putting those things in the mix to get guys fired up, getting guys ready to play, motivated, or at least letting them understand what they're up against, the criticism that continuously goes on, and when people question what they put into what it took to get to this game, I would say it's the biggest motivational tool ever.
You guys, let's look at this from a Tom Brady standpoint. You know, when we talk about extra motivation, everybody's motivated. You get to this area, get to this place, it takes motivation. But Tom Brady is something different. And I had to study this when I wanted to find out why I continue to self-sabotage. And I studied enough to learn about what they call a reptilian brain. And it's just a fight-or-flight brain. And this guy, he loves challenges. He loves to fight or flight. You tell me Tom Brady doesn't have extra motivation, I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. You know what happened earlier in the year. You know what kind of guy this is. Each year we come up with something. We talk about it every year. Tom Brady's going to be motivated this year. And he is that kind of guy. Tom Brady's the kind of guy that will get motivated if his yard is cut incorrectly before a game. He'll take out, my yard man didn't do it right. I'm going to put 50 points up on you. That's his reptilian brain. Absolutely has extra motivation to separate himself from all people, from all other quarterbacks, and to end all discussions who's the best ever. He gets this victory today. You better believe he has extra motivation.
Well, I think you just answered your own question when you were saying all those things. I don't believe he has extra motivation because this is a man that's motivated every time he steps on his lawn or every time he steps on this lawn, every time he goes out on the field. He wants to win. And by the way, this is a Super Bowl. He has a chance to win all those things, but he is motivated every time he steps on the field. He wants to be the best. He wants to win. He wants to be great. I don't think it's any different. No matter what happened with the Deflategate, no matter what happened along the way, no matter that it's his 5th Super Bowl, this guy wants to win what he has from day one. I don't think it's extra. I just think it's Super Bowl and it's time to win.
That thing was drawn out, dragged out. You drag this man into a courtroom, out of a courtroom. You put his name on display. You don't think he wants to stand before this man and take his trophy, championship trophy and MVP trophy, and just give a smirk like, well,
Trust me, he wants to take all that down along the way. I just don't believe the makeup of this man is being motivated for everything that comes across his plate. And I think it's the same as it's always been, but no question, he wants to trample on a few things along the way. I don't think there's any problem with that.
It's just hard for me to believe that at this juncture of the season that you're pulling on anything to give you extra motivation other than the fact that you're one of the two teams that's going to be on this field with an opportunity to hoist the most precious thing in our league. When I think about it, every team. I mean, there's teams sitting at home that's motivated. When they watch this game, they're going to be motivated to try to get here next year. I don't look at what went on with Tom and the commissioner to be extra motivation for him. I think that it was just a bump in the road for him. It was something that we all wish never happened. We got through it.
I'm trying to just try to real quick, okay, when I'm a little slow because
fan base, okay? There are three storylines here. One is, will Brady win? That's first and foremost on his mind, right? Win the 5th Super Bowl with Belichick and then their greatest coach, quarterback, and all that kind of thing. That's number one. Number two, yeah, maybe that revenge thing, because it wasn't just a 4-game suspension, Mike, with Tom Brady. It was $1 million fine, and let's lose.
Comes down to it at the end of the day, but there's no question that there's been a TB12 FU tour that's been going on from city to city throughout the entire last 4 months, and the final destination crafted thrown out.
Yeah.
But if he's the MVP, then Monday morning's press conference between the two of those folks is must see television. Again, the last Super Bowl here in Houston was our first. Two guys who we covered in that game are now with the NFL Network.
Good evening, everyone. It's Super Bowl 38.
We'll settle this on a bit of pressure. Compliance, no feeling.
Fires end zone.
It goes up for Steve Smith. Touchdown, Carolina!
Breaks a tackle.
Sideline, fires in the end zone. Deep downfield for Muhammad. Touchdown.
Fires touchdown.
Close in the end zone, wide open. Touchdown. And New England with 8 seconds left to call a timeout.
So Willie McGinnis, the double nickel from back in the day with the New England Patriots, along with Melissa Stark. We have Agent 89, part of the staff right now. Good to see you, Steve Smith.
Hey, go.
And you're going to be joining my show. You're going to be part of Game Day First next season. We're so excited.
Yes.
Fresh off retirement. Okay, so we saw the clips of 14 years ago, Super Bowl 38, right here. I know it brings back lots of memories for both of you.
I would say playing this team and looking at Carolina Panthers, we were looking at a mirror. We were looking at a mirror and a reflection of ourselves, a tough, physical team, a team that wasn't going to back down, which they didn't anything, guys that matched up well. And if I could just say, on the introductions, when we came out of the tunnel, we lined up on the 50 and it almost started before the game started.
Yeah, it did. You know, that was the first time I really looked at the highlights. I still haven't seen that game.
You haven't?
No, I have not watched it. You know, that was the first time I kind of got emotional. I got emotional, like, man, we were that close. You know, the thing here is when you're playing in the Super Bowl, you understand what's at stake. The keys to your city and all the other cities in the NFL. You become the king of all the castles.
So how did Willie treat you in that game?
Well, Willie treated me. I still am getting insurance payments from that hit and run, but I'm doing okay after several years of counseling. I'm okay. I'm working through it still. I'm scared. I was scared to even sit next to him a little bit. I was kind of
We should have never
apprehensive.
got him started. It was an incident that I'm not going to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you
Caress,
mean? You
touch.
did
A little disrespectful.
Caress,
We should have
touch.
never got him
See, you touch
started.
me again. Do not touch me.
Well, I
You went
know,
crazy
I
in
know
that game.
someone else who's still trying to recover from Willie's treatment. Marshall?
Yeah, right now I'm like angry Steve Smith. He helped me too. Several times. Tackled
I
me even
did,
once.
Marshall.
Down in the red
Yes,
zone.
I did.
It was part of their game plan.
Yes, I
So
did.
I agree with you, Steve. Yeah, you're right. He did it to me too.
Good job. Yes. Now all we need to do is go to court and pay it.
I plead guilty.
So,
I admit.
we were talking about Super Bowl memories earlier, and Kurt Warner, I don't know if you heard this, Steve. Irv said he loved Super Bowl 27, Michael Jackson, of course, the halftime. You were there.
Yes. So Super Bowl 27, I was with the Urban League, and so it was something, and we had to do where we had improved our class, our grades and all that stuff. So I was in that, and I was latchkey kid or whatever, and so
So it was a reward.
it was a reward. And so I was part of the halftime show of Michael Jackson, and so I was at the game.
I think we actually have a picture. I'm just going to tell you.
Well, that picture better have
Hold your
hair.
mom.
I had hair.
Zoom in. Where is
Where
that?
is
Oh, I
it?
see him there.
You look a little older than
Oh,
what were
my
you at the
God.
time? 9?
No, I was in the 7th grade.
Oh, okay, you were in the 7th grade.
Yes, I was in the 7th grade. It was awesome. That was actually this Super Bowl and the one that one was only 2 that I've attended.
Is that right?
Yes, because I played in one and attended another one.
If
And
you're
you
not
were-
playing, you don't want to go.
This will be the 3rd time now here.
And you were saying he was telling us how Michael Jackson, the reaction of some of the
Oh, my
kids to
goodness.
Michael Jackson.
It was black kids passing out. Fainting. Oh, it was all types of folks was fainting.
That was certainly a highlight. All right, well, we love it. We're going to talk Super Bowl memories. We're going to talk Super Bowls. Much more to come here on NFL Network. It's warming up. The clouds are parting. It's game day.
From 32 to 2, we have arrived at 51.
Hey man, all I want, these moments right here.
But what is it that you'll remember from the journey of this season? Will you recall the autumn days where hope sprung eternal? The splendor and spectacle? Will you look back on the struggle, the anguish and heartbreak? The everlasting moments of awe and inspiration? And now, 2 teams look to etch their names into the history of the game. A cycle of defense leading high-flying southern birds facing the greatest duo of all time. 2 teams look to go from unforgettable to immortal. Today is Super Bowl 51.
NFL Game Day Morning is presented by Scottrade. Now is your moment.
Remind me tomorrow.
Free trading.
Let's go up there and try to get our kids a daycare.
13 weeks of opening bell adrenaline.
Wow.
Closing bell. There are roughly 2,800 companies listed on the New York Stock Exchange, 3,100 on the NASDAQ. And now is your chance to introduce yourself on Scottrade's dime.
Your mom's not gonna be here the 14th, 15th, the 16th
Wow.
of February. Her and Ty's going to Memphis, so we ain't got nobody to watch babies. So you're probably gonna use vacation days.
Okay.
So what are we gonna do? I'll quit. Why can't you?
And somebody already has those days this year. I can't use them.
Does somebody already have those days?
Yes.
Who? How you know? You done asked?
It's on the damn schedule.
All new sauced and tossed honey barbecue glazed chicken strip basket. Wrap up Super Bowl 51 live on the field with NFL Game Day Pride.
You are the face of our brand right now. I love it, man.
NFL Game Day Pride.
Tonight at 10, only on NFL Network.
Congratulations to the members of our NFL Network family that are headed to Canton. NFL Network, now home to 6 Hall of Famers.
The path you've led through hard work, sacrifice, and desire make you. Now, to follow in the footsteps of greatness, one test remains. The Scouting Combine. And the only place to follow all the coverage is NFL Network and NFL.com. The Scouting Combine starts March 3rd, only on NFL Network.
There is nothing better for every football fan than official ticket packages for the 2017 Enshrinement Week, powered by Johnson Controls at the Pro Football Hall of Fame August 3rd through 6th. Ticket packages start at just $275 with VIP experiences, parties with Hall of Famers, and premium seating to the Hall of Fame game, gold jacket ceremony, enshrinement, and the concert for legends.
Lay it all on the line, and whatever happens, happens. But you won't look back and regret.
Go to HOFexperiences.com and book yours today.
Okie dokie. So here we are. Stadium's beginning to fill up. Members of the media, a lot of folks in the operations staff are on that field at NRG Stadium. Let's go across town right now. Though Kim Jones is hanging out at the Patriots Hotel for the latest report. Kim?
Well, good morning, Rich. And yesterday, Tom Brady was at that stadium with his Patriots teammates, and he posted a picture on Instagram with both of his parents. That means that his parents, both of them, will attend a game this season for the very first time. That is unusual. Tom Brady's mother has been battling illness, and Brady has acknowledged it's been a difficult year. He also said that today he will make sure to scan the crowd, find his family, and make eye contact with them. He said he always does that. But today, it will be as special as it's ever been, Brady said. Well, the countdown is on for Super Bowl 51, and I stand here 35 miles from NASA. So with that in mind, let's take a look at Brady as you've never seen him before, in space and set to music.
When you give Brady that much time, he will kill you.
He's just drunk out of here, listen to this.
Touchdown, Patriots! Osweiler steps into a threat to the right. That ball picked off. That boy, Brock.
Houston, we have a rock. Tom's a tremendous player in space.
Wide open Hogan. Touchdown. The flea flicker. Touchdown. It is surgical Tom Brady.
Sometimes it's about creating plays in space.
Tom Brady will try to earn a 5th Super Bowl championship.
He's creating plays in space. And sometimes you wonder that because they are better than anybody at changing plays at the line of scrimmage. And it's simple. We're going to throw to some sound right here.
Easy. Jordan! Jordan! Jordan!
And all he said there, Mooch, was Jordan. You know, he's setting everything up. One word, Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. Everybody moves to a different formation. Everybody knows what to do. Bang, a big 20-yard play.
That's good. It's because it's protection, formation, and the play. Memorize it. You practice it. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people go, how in the world, because I know you coached, did you have plays where it was just simply one word, and they're able to see everything?
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to have a handful of plays where you say, you've seen NFL films where Joe Montana, 58 razor, all right, in the Super Bowl. Brett Favre, 28 razor. It's all the same play, same protection, one word, okay, or two.
And let me show you what the play is. Okay, here we're seeing it again. He goes to Jordan. We're going to shift. We're going to take our 2 running backs. We're going to move them all the way to the outside because he saw a rotation in the safety, right? He's thinking he's going to hit both seams here, but now Pittsburgh tries to adjust. But he's got answers where it's everything. Hitches on the outside, seams on the inside, and they love Julian Edelman running some kind of a choice route underneath. But the amazing thing, you talked about it, Mooch, right? You have a few of these plays in, but it's a play they actually ran in that game 7 different times. So it's a play that they're very familiar with. They just tag it with one, with one phrase. Like they might have a couple pass plays. They might go Jordan and LeBron, right? Everybody that's in this, basketball category, that becomes a certain protection or a certain play. But they do it better than anybody. You see them rushing up to the line of scrimmage all the time when they see an adjustment by a defense. Bang, Jordan, snap the ball, make a big play. Be aware of that today.
Now, you're going to see a lot of that with the no-huddle offense. So let me send it up. For more on Tom Brady, let's go with Brian Billick and Sean O'Hara.
Yeah, well, Sean, we just saw how versatile the New England Patriot offense can be. And Dan Quinn, let's remember, he faced this offense in Super Bowl 49. Let's look at a couple of examples of what, particularly in the red zone, they're going to have to deal with. You've got Tom Brady coming up now. It's all about getting yards after the catch. And Atlanta's very good at tackling open field, but when you got Solter and Andrews out in front of you, blocking up on those linebackers, absolutely. Danielle Amendola and Julian Edelman, they're going to get these big little plays, okay? So it's a 3-by-1. We'll just line up on the backside one-on-one. Now, they're not going to have Gronkowski, but they are going to have Martellus Bennett if they get kind of matchup, okay? If we're going to try to zone across the board, you better not blink. You better not make a mistake, because Tom Brady knows exactly where everybody's supposed to be. If you don't go to the right place, alignment and assignment, you're going to have a real trouble stopping them, particularly down the red zone.
Yeah, and that throw to Tom Brady, that last one that he made, he had time. If you give him time against a zone defense, he will shred you. We saw what he did against the Steelers just a couple weeks ago when they decided to go zone. The difference for Atlanta, they've got a lot of speed. They're very fast. They run really well. Their linebackers, a great matchup to watch. And their linebackers against Martellus Bennett, as you mentioned, and Deion Lewis and James White out of the backfield. For Atlanta, how do they stop Tom Brady in the red zone? They were one of the worst red zone defenses this whole season. Can they make Tom kick field goals? That'll be the key.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't blink, because Tom Brady's going to know you got a problem. Well, I've enjoyed listening to Stacey Dales all week. She's been in the Atlanta Falcons camp. Stacey, take it away.
Hey, Coach, I just watched Arthur Blank, the owner of these Falcons, just take a little stroll through Memorial City here. I know he's anxious to see his high-octane offense with the MVP, Matt Ryan. Yes, Alex Mack, despite that fibula injury, and, of course, Julio Jones. But we've talked about it. What's really remarkable about these Falcons is their balance. I want to share with you in the games, 4 of them in which Julio Jones has been held below 35 receiving yards. Matt Ryan, 8 touchdowns, no picks. This team has won all of them. They have a saying. Austin Hooper, their tight end, told me, opportunity is nowhere or opportunity is now here, and they have maximized those here moments. It goes without saying, though, Julio Jones, he is a rare specimen. He is known on this team, Hooper told me, as the technician, the study habits, the work habits, and it was Julio Jones, by the way, that told me and us this week he doesn't believe anybody can stop him one-on-one in this league, but he knows he's going to see the whole gamut from head coach Bill Belichick here today.
Subject Victorious Lopez Jones. Commencing Project Julio.
I've never seen nothing like that. Bring it down, let 11 lay wait. Oh, what a grab! Touchdown Atlanta! Up the ladder and a great catch! Julio into Green Bay territory, and he lays wait. A Packer defender, a stiff arm into 15, and that's why he is who he is.
Okay, we don't stop.
Ice up, son. Ice up.
I love that right there.
We look good, don't we?
Yes, we do. Receiving attention, and we will. They give out that attention to the receivers like they deserve. You know what I mean, Steve?
Yes, sir. We need to do that because Julio Jones is more than special. We already know that. That's why he's in this game.
Special. He is more than special. What we talk about when we talk about so what makes him special is that he is more than special, and he can do anything on the football field. He goes up, he can beat you deep, he can take the short ball and go deep. Look at this, 8-man in the box. You look outside that safety. The safety was shaded over. Hey, you can't cover this man to man.
That man has no chance.
Look at this. You're going up and get this ball.
At the highest point.
And that's a big boy coming about. Cover two. Watch this transition from a big man down low. Hey, look inside. You think he's running in route? Bill, he tapped those feet, Steve. Look how he turns back out and get to the sideline and beat this cover two man coverage. He's incredible.
The thing I love about Julio, he understands the concept of the offense, but he also understands the concept of the defense. He can do anything he wants to you. He can run you over. He can run through you. He can be physical when he needs to. And look him tap that sideline. He can be finesse as well.
And you see that right there, taking a short pass and taking it long. We've been talking all week about, they're going to try to take away Julio Jones. It's easier said than done. You can double team, even triple team, but his speed sometimes even outrun his speed.
You have to double team this guy. You cannot play him one-on-one. Against Patrick Peterson, the best cover corner in the league, he had 12 receptions, 222 yards, and 1 touchdown. You just don't wake up and roll out of bed and do that. He can run around you. He can run past you. He can run through you. I'm going to say it right now. Julio Jones is not just special. Julio Jones is the most complete receiver in the National Football League. And with Michael Vick retiring the human cheat code, that is a guy, if you're playing video games, you trade to have him on your video team, just like he's on a winning team right now, part of the Super Bowl.
That's the reason 2 Chainz called him the Rolls Royce of wide receiver. Steve, you're absolutely right. It's a bad man we're talking about, Julio Jones.
I agree, and we look good today.
We do look good. Receivers always good.
We had exclusive access to Matt Ryan way back at the 2008 Combine. Join us for a special look at how his long road to the Super Bowl began. And up next,
Bill Belichick is 12 months a year. He's always going to find a way to beat you.
Find out why these coaching legends think Bill Belichick just might be the best coach in sports.
It's your morning football!
It's never too early to talk football.
This will be one of the best shows we've ever seen.
And at 7 a.m. tomorrow, we've got 3 hours of Super Bowl talk.
That's all I wanted.
Air it out, baby! With full highlights and analysis.
Once he caught rhythm, he was hot. Sometimes you just feel like you're watching a team that just cannot be stopped.
Make the morning the highlight of your day.
You were fired up. It was awesome.
Good Morning Football. Tomorrow at 7, live on NFL Network.
Outback steak and lobster starting at $14.99. For a limited time, we're pairing out tenders.